Yes, welcome back to Footy and Friends. This episode is thanks to our good mates at Carlton Dry, the official beer of the AFL. Brettles, it sounds like you had a couple of Carlton Dries over the week.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had a big weekend. I was feeling it Sunday and yesterday a little bit. Still, I'm pretty clear.
You're
now.
not at your best, Brett.
Yeah.
Well, I am now, but I wasn't.
Oh, it's concerning. Now, just off the top, how do we feel about Mick sort of throwing around the time today? Apologies to those out there who are tuning in on Tuesday morning and it's a bit delayed and then sort of throwing your week out, Brett.
As reliable as a bloody second-hand watch.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got to talk to you about next Monday as well, actually, by the way.
Oh, God.
We're back in.
No,
You're out in the morning.
Let's talk about that later because I'm
we'll
concerned for
talk about it
today's flow that we get it moving. Hey, off the top, two things.
Yep.
We're going to Tasmania. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm actually very excited about this, fantastically excited
Can't
about
wait.
this.
I'm there anyway.
Yeah, you're there.
Brett?
You and I are coming over. Are we flying together? I hope so. We could do the airport trip together. You swing by my joint.
I'll swing by McLeod. We'll like Doug's
I
house.
don't live in McLeod.
We'll pick up Dougie and we'll go. Can't wait.
We are bringing the show to the Country Club in Launceston on Friday the 27th of June, the day before Mick's Kangas take on the Hawks. Should be a good battle. Hawks are pretty shit at the moment, so you should be all right. Doors open at 7:30 for an 8 o'clock start. Get your tickets through clubbysports.com. So we're going to Tassie together.
Yay.
A little junket, as they call it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brett, with these things, you're meant to pump them up.
Yeah, I can't wait. Mate, I was sitting next to the Chief, Gale, on Saturday down at the footy. And
he's going to be there, is he?
We'll talk. Mate, I asked him to come along. Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, you'll just check his diary.
Yeah.
No, it'll be big for the Tassie Devils. We can do some Tassie Devils
Brett, there's
stuff.
a bit of coin down there at the Tassie Devils.
I'll tell you, I met another Taswegian on Friday night, and she's pretty keen to come on our pod.
Who's Ariana?
Ariane Titmus.
She's Tasmanian.
She's Tassie
I
girl.
didn't realise she was a Taswegian.
Mad Hock fan. Loves it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would she be at the game then?
Pardon?
She might be.
She's Taswegian.
Yeah.
Hawthorn play the next day. Will she be in and around the area for the show?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Is she do you reckon she'll go for the Tassie team when
I
they
asked
come
her
in?
that
Yeah,
exact question.
You're a journalist, Brett.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am.
Yeah.
Brett Cleary.
He's red hot today.
He's on.
And she said, no.
Okay.
Through and through. Through and through.
All right,
She's
that's
a Hawk girl, yeah.
Good.
Shut it down.
Well, get your tickets, guys. We're heading over. Can't wait. And we're going to try and let us know if you want us to do some live shows anywhere else this year because we'd love to come and see you.
Yep.
I'll just have to tick that off with Katie and Brett, obviously. Make sure that that's okay. Mm-hmm. And last one before we get into some plenty of stuff today is we are launching a Footy and Friends membership called the Faffers.
Yes.
Now, this has been something we've been trying to work on for a while. 200 plus have done it, and we've followed suit. They've actually done a very good job.
Have we copied them?
They copied us, even though they did first. But we want to do some more content. We've loved the reaction to all the behind-the-scenes stuff that we've been doing. As stupid as it is, we have been really enjoying it. We want to bring it more. We've got ideas to send the boys on some trips. I can't tell you too much about that yet. But this will go a long way to helping us, supporting us do that. So if you do want to join our membership on Patreon, we'll put the link in the show notes. It's going live on Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Right.
It'll be bonus content behind the scenes. You get a Footy and Friends key ring for you. So on the back you'll have a number of your joining of the membership. You get some thank yous on
Is 3 reserved for Brett?
Well, what do you think?
I'd be disappointed if it wasn't.
We'll keep our numbers. We'll keep our numbers.
No, you make it gold plated and send it out.
You know what? Maybe we do for the first 3 people that sign up.
Yeah.
They get 43, 21, and 3, the choice of them, and they're gold. Those ones are gold plated.
Yep.
And the other ones are silver plated with the rest of the numbers. There you go. Good one, Brett. But there'll be thank yous at the bottom of your screen with your names when you join. Discount codes for our events, our merch. Everything there, and then request to be like whatever you want behind the scenes. You just shoot through and jump on Patreon.
See how much
and
you
do
can
it.
insert yourself.
Yeah, basically, which I did
after this weekend.
A lot.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel myself sick, to be honest.
Had a bath in lube.
Yeah, literally.
How much you inserted.
Wow. But that's going live on Wednesday, 7 p.m. So check it out. The link in the show notes. It's Patreon/Footy and Friends. The Faffers.
Any underscore in there?
No, we actually got it. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got it without
Good.
the underscore, which was great. Boys, how was your weekend?
Brett had a big one.
I was busy, yeah. It started Thursday down in Geelong. I was down there. I was working away on ABC. Murph was back, which was good.
Good.
Yeah.
Did someone get dropped or did he get back in?
No, he was back on a Thursday like he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But halfway through the third, I get a text. Brett, get me on ABC from DB. It's like, mate, yeah, no worries. I'll just insert you in there. And then I look on the big screen, and who do I see? This little nugget head at the back where all the family and friends are. Demi Duncan's there.
Family and friends.
See Indy, Cameron.
Taya.
Yeah, it is.
And we see
Billy Smets was there.
Billy was there.
Yeah, Billy Smets.
Former teammate of
this
mine.
bloke in his cream jacket or whatever colour that was.
Did you drive back or did your mum drive back?
I did. No, Mum drove back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple.
Because I spoke to him on the way down to Geelong. When he
Yes.
was driving, he sounded very responsible. And then after all the hoo-ha of
family, friends.
what was
you know
going on, I think he...
Oh, you get caught up in the moment. When you've played 300 games as a collective, as a family and friends unit, you know, you got to
Over
celebrate way
300.
down there. Yeah, exactly.
I heard they tied one on post that game too.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. So I went home. Got the 2 kids now, you know, so it's had to be responsible. But
Yeah.
it was a great night, and what a win that was. Probably the best game of footy of the round, really, Thursday night.
The high scoring, it was great.
Seems a long time ago.
We'll get into that.
Do you want to keep talking about my insertion first?
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
So then, are we talking about my weekend or yours here? So we'll go to you. Carlton v Giants, we saw, and then
Well, we didn't talk about me going down the Geelong rooms.
I don't need to. Oh, mate, we inserted you already.
Were you down there with Baslenka?
I was in the aura of Baslenka. I was
Yeah.
too nervous to go and say good day. I didn't want to annoy him. I feel like he gets a lot of attention, but I went in there, got some photos with Mitch, and saw Rui down there. He was chatting
Corn?
chat last
Was
week.
he?
Big Roo. Nah,
Corn was
your
allowed.
your brother Mitch Cleary was down there,
Good journey.
and BT was down there. Brian
Was he roaming?
He was roaming. Oh, you know who we need to call? Shaun Mannagh.
Why would we got to do that?
Call him.
He's going really well. We don't want to disturb him.
No,
with
call him.
the
Call
mediocrity.
him. Call him. I don't have his number. Call him.
Well, what do you want from
Because I got a Shaun Mannagh badge on the weekend, and I showed him. And
Let's
he
not
was
talk
wrapped.
about
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right. You better
Come
have
on.
something more than just that if I'm going to call him.
Okay, let's see what comes.
What is it, Tuesday morning? Could be training. Geelong don't train, do they?
No. Let's see if he even answers his old coach.
If it's Scotty, he'd be answering. Hey, mate. Hey, Shaun, quick one. You're on the podcast here with Dylan Buckley.
Shawnee!
Not sure why Dill's asked me to call you, but I'll let him take it away.
This will be good.
Shaun, anyway, great man. Great to see you down the rooms the other night.
No, it was. Nice to see you down there for Mitch's 300th.
Yeah, was that like pretty welcome that I was down there? The boys are pretty pumped in that.
Nah, mate, the boys love when you're down there. You've been down there a few times now, and we all get around you.
And mate, what about anything special happened for you post game, or you're sort of anything sort of like, you know, good occasion for yourself?
It was my career. Obviously a few bit of memorabilia gets around and a few badges here and there, and lucky enough that the one Dill Buckley had my badge on. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a highlight of mine. That's what I do. We support the ones that we love here, Brett. I got the Shaun Mannagh badge down at GMHBA. It's about $9.
Yes.
Straight on the chest.
$9.
Right over the heart.
Yeah.
That's what I think about it.
Shaun,
I think everyone else's was sold out and mine was the only one available, so that's probably why.
mate, you're wearing a good number. Hey, Shawnee, tell me, what do you remember of Dill's career as a footy player?
That's not relevant.
Podcasts are very good. What are your thoughts on his footy career?
Great podcaster, footy career. I've heard him talk a lot about it, but don't remember seeing a lot of it. No, Dill had a great career.
No, Shawnee, don't say. Hey, you go, Mick.
One of the
go.
more diplomatic people
Yes.
I know, Shaun. But how are you going down there in Sleepy Hollow? Going really well. A bit of media attention around about Shaun at the moment in terms of scoreboard impact.
Mate,
and,
he's a fucking star.
you know, clearances to goals and all these champion data things that I can't even wrap my head around, mate. How's things down at Sleepy Hollow?
No, going very well, mate. Obviously coming off a good Dogs on the weekend, so the boys up and about, and another big game this week over in West Coast, so it should be good.
West Coast.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
a real big one.
Yeah, you don't get on my chest without having scoreboard impact, and that's why he's on there.
Come
But we
back
love
for the
what, in all seriousness, mate, we love what you're doing. We know when Mickey was starting here out at the Werribee and the Werribee van, obviously you'd be familiar with there, Jimmy in the
Yeah,
van.
is he still getting around in that? I reckon he's still got
Jimmy
it.
is, yeah.
Jimmy,
I
yeah.
actually stood Jimmy up for a lunch on Friday.
And he
He's
had a
not very
health
happy.
scare. He had a health scare not long
Oh,
ago.
no.
He's okay though, so it's all good.
He did. Hey, mate, you probably don't have training because Geelong don't train, but have a
Mate,
good day.
We do, believe it or not.
Do you
We've got a
do?
big day today, so about to jump into spas just to warm up the body a little bit, and we'll get...
Oh, and you're in a bit of a black hole with the reception as well, by the sounds.
Good on you, Shawnee.
Thanks, heaps, boys.
We love you.
See you, mate.
See you, mate.
There's one of your mates from the weekend.
Yep. How many badges did you have?
I had his and Jezz's because I couldn't get
But
one of
not
Mitch's.
Mitch.
Mitch's was sold out. Yeah, that's why I got Shaun's. But I do love Shaun. He's an absolute ripper. Playing some very good footy at the moment. I don't want to harp over that.
Well.
Anyway, good game.
Yeah, so then on to the next game of insertion for you was the Carlton Giants game, mate. How good was that?
It was fantastic.
Hey, I thought about this. Sorry, Brett.
Yeah.
Were you a bit flat that Toby's 250th was against Carlton? Because you've done the Carlton thing as well. And, like, you kind of... Now Carlton people are looking at you like...
Nah.
Well, are you really in with
Not
this?
really, because, mate, like, the thing is with the Giants is you don't, like... If Carlton are celebrating a milestone, you reckon I'm getting invited to it? Like, there's not many... Like, they've got stars that have won flags and, like, I've played 41 games and fucking suck. So I feel like I have got a bit more connection to the Giants because there's a very small pool of past players.
Yeah.
So I get invited to everything.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But I ran into Schwagsy when I was down there
I
as
did
well.
see that.
Schwagsy, yeah. So, hey, we actually got... Toby sent in a video. Have we got that in the WhatsApp?
I actually haven't watched that.
It's hard. We needed him wearing a mic, Tobes. It would have
Yeah.
been good because he actually gave some good content tweaks.
What about the names you were knocking around with? Sheridan, Bug.
Mate, there was some
Who
great...
else?
Josh Groudon.
Yeah.
Remember
Kicker?
their punter? Yeah,
Yeah.
he was there. Jezza came down from Geelong. And I think that's about it, actually. There wasn't... Big Tobes didn't have many come down with the 250. Most of them are still playing.
Ryan Griffin?
Nah, Griff didn't make it down the highway.
Sam Reid?
Reedy was there.
Machuca?
Reedy was there.
The buy up in Shepparton.
yeah.
It must have been the GB buy.
You're in
So,
the
yeah,
rooms.
it was good.
You're in the rooms again, just slapping it up, were you?
I did go down there. You had the wristband on, and not that I need it, but straight in, and it was good.
Towel situation?
Saw the boys.
Yeah,
well, they weren't at home, so the towels at Marvel,
Luxury.
they actually do quite well. The boys didn't know what was going on. It was actually the first time they've left a game, I think, in about 8 weeks without hypothermia. So they watch your space next week. They actually could be all right after the recovery.
And then you ran 12Ks. Geez, how'd you fit it all in, mate? 2 kids and you've had all this stuff on.
Actually, did swimming lessons as well. with
Did you?
Max. Yeah, I did it all.
You learned how to swim, did you?
You just get it done, mate. When you're busy, you just get it done.
At 32 or 3 or whatever you are, you just learned how to swim. Mate, that's cute. You
did a half marathon on the weekend, just under.
Yeah, I did.
20
Yeah,
Ks.
20. Just
Flowers.
Yeah, well,
Flowers for you, brother.
No, I'm going to have to go on private on Strava. It's a disgrace.
Before we start reviewing the games, let's just go through the tips. So round 7 tips, Brett had 7.
Round 7 tips, you reckon?
Sorry, round 11 tips, Brett had 7. Mick, just not even relevant, I don't think anymore.
no
And
score in
I
there.
had
Oh,
8.
sorry, Mick had 6.
6. Yeah, that's a
6.
good score.
And I had 8.
You're embarrassing yourself at the moment, Mick.
8's better than 7.
It is.
7's better
It
than
is.
6.
So I'm on 67, Brett's on 64, Mick's on 55. Now, someone actually put something up the other day. Did you see this around? Because like Mick's got a tip north. Because he works in
Yeah,
Dustin.
I did see this.
I actually reckon this is a really good
Or if
thing.
I don't think Mick's going to agree with it, but if North win, he gets 2 points, was it?
Yeah, if North win, he gets 2 points. If it's against a team in the top 8, you get 4 points.
Catch-up mode's on, is it?
No.
Okay. All right, you're happy to keep going. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, before we get into the round review, how are you, Ling? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Good weekend.
Good weekend?
Didn't get up to much.
Mac, how are you? In the mic.
I'm good, mate. Good. Not much to report on my end.
How'd the date go last
Has the
week?
girl message back?
Keeping that one off air, I reckon.
Yeah, well, obviously she didn't.
Nah, she might have.
She definitely didn't.
She did.
Yeah, really. Keep it on there. Yeah, we got him.
We're not getting into it. I had my first loss in Surrey, my Surrey jumper.
Oh, no.
Yeah, first loss
Saw that.
in
Score.
my whole career,
It
actually.
was a shootout. 42 to 30.
I think it was like 30, 34. We just weren't there to... Mate, we're playing Lilydale's ground. It's like one of those ones that doesn't have wings. Like,
It's
smallest
hard.
ground ever.
Hard to switch.
And, yeah, we just weren't playing good. But
Bit like GMHBA, you're just kicking it out in the full and...
Nah, not a lot out in the fulls. A few dribbles out of bounds though, but nah, I think I
Well,
played
I'm glad
all right.
we went into that. That was great.
Can't wait for the rematch of Surrey Hills versus Lilydale.
Lilydale, yeah, we'll get down there. All right,
Made
let's
it.
get into some reviewing of footy, hey, shall we?
Yeah.
Great game, as you said, on Thursday night that
was a
I
great
was
game.
at and you were at.
Yep. A lot of goals kicked.
A lot of goals kicked. I didn't realise Jezza kicked 6. Like, even being there. You know, it's one of those games where obviously he played well, but 6 is a big bag of 6. And Neil 5.
Yep.
Huge.
They cashed in, didn't they? I thought the Dogs were probably the better side on the night. I thought they had every opportunity. They had 16 goals, 17.
33 scoring shots to 27.
Yeah, hit the post 5 times. So they did a lot right on the night, the Dags, but weren't able to ultimately come away with it.
Hitting the post. I was watching some of their
Joel Frazier.
He tries to hit the post before the game in the pre-game. Joel Frazier.
Oh, is that what he was
He practices to hit the post in the warm-up.
Practice makes perfect, and it fucking worked for him, didn't it?
Done it 5 fucking times.
There you go.
Well done.
No, they were very good. Both. It was just an exciting game. I was disappointed that there wasn't more attention. Not in that sense, in terms of the beat up of Bailey Smith, but you copped nothing from the Dogs.
Nothing. It's the dumbest thing ever. They did the old
The reverse psychology.
The reverse psychology. Don't talk to him. I'll tell you what. That people pretend they like that. That does not impact anyone at all. Like you've got to go in there and just beat them up. Surely,
Have to.
you have to.
Oh, the only time I saw it was Libba late in the game, and I was like, well, game's done.
Yeah.
He got his first touch in the first 10, 15 seconds.
He had 2 within 30 seconds.
Yeah. Then I was just like, oh, well, there's the nerves gone. Don't need to worry about it. He said on air that he was shitting himself prior to going out there to play. So make it really hard for him to get his first one.
Yeah, that was a miss by, I think that was your mate, Brendan Lade, actually. He's a midfield coach at Western Bulldogs, is he?
Yep. He is.
Yeah.
Take that one to
That's
Lady.
a miss. Take that to Lady and say, Lady,
Do you want me to ring?
didn't work. Can you? Yeah. Can you ring him? I'll tell him.
I'm not sure that would be received that
Oh,
well.
well,
I'm
mate,
not
you've got to be
telling
able to
that.
take feedback. I'm happy to tell him.
Yeah.
But Holmes
Text
and Smith get going again. If you have Holmes and Smith as your top ranked players on the ground, Jeremy Cameron kicks 6 and Neil kicks 5. You're going to go a fair way to winning. So to Brett's point, the fact that Dogs have kind of left it out there speaks, I think, volumes of the Dogs.
Yeah.
And what they are and what they
Home
can
deck for the
be.
Cats. They defend it really well. But they've also, the Cats have given up 33 shots on goal, which I'm not sure they'll be that pleased with. So
They got away with it, really, didn't they? This would be a good game on the G.
it would.
Because this...
Jumper clashes confused anyone.
I was going to say
Yes.
that.
Confuse the hell out of me.
I was like, especially
the red on the
and then I
Cats
think
jumper.
Bailey Smith used to be playing for Dogs, and now he's Cats.
It actually, the
It was
Indigenous
actually
jumper from afar almost looked like that jumper that Bulldogs had with the Marvel jumper.
the Thor jumper.
Yeah, just the colours, like the colours.
Do you like the
coming
Thor
through.
jumper?
I didn't. I love the Indigenous one from Geelong though. That's probably my favourite one. I think Lawson Humphreys designed that. Family,
okay.
him and his family, I think, because they were all down the rooms actually. When I was there, I saw them. I was like, good to be down
We've
here.
established
How
that,
are we?
mate. We've established
Yeah.
that.
How's the traffic on the way out? Usually from Geelong, it's hard to.
Yeah, I was because after you finish up, all the common folk are down there.
They
they've
go
left
quick,
and
they
then-
go quickly, and
Yeah.
the people from the rooms go later.
Can I actually tell you one more thing? I've got
Yeah,
a
you can.
big shout out to my mate. He
What's his name
DM'd us on TikTok. What's his name?
My mate. What's his name?
What's his name? No, he let me because there's something to do with the ticket machine was broken.
I actually saw this damn.
Yeah, what was his name? Peter?
I'll find it.
Can you find it?
And he let you
But-
through.
but he's
He's a
definitely your
security
mate.
guard. He's my mate because I'm going to send him a hoodie. And I was like, mate, I'm so really sorry because all my family was right up the front.
Yeah.
And I was running a bit late. I'm like, I'm really sorry, mate. Do you mind if I jump in? Because they had all my tickets.
And you wanted us to carpool, but I was running a bit like, oh, exactly the reason why I wouldn't go with you.
Hey, Dill, it's Peter, the security guy that sorted you out at GMHBA tonight. Winky emoji.
Yeah, that's him, Winky. So he wanted, I'm getting him a hoodie. I got to send him a hoodie. So he sent
And
me
that's
his
all you
email
have to do to
address.
get a hoodie these days.
Well, he let me jump the line of about 10,000 people trying to get into the ground because the ticket machine was broken.
Speaking of hoodies, can we get Shrodgy to message in and see if she's got her hoodie?
We've
She
sent
hasn't-
it,
we
have
haven't
we?
sent it to Shrod. She hasn't.
She hasn't followed up on it.
No, she hasn't. I don't think she listens to
I
the
think
show,
she's a
Shrod.
fake fan.
I think she's a fake fan, Shrodger. But anyway, that happened. Now,
It's 32,641.
That's low.
Is it low? Well, I thought it was
They,
going to be.
looked a lot bigger than that. It looked like there's a lot more people than that.
Looked dense, did it?
from up the top, yeah, it was a lot
Behind
of
the
bodies.
glass? How
It
it
didn't look
look?
like many seats from where I was sitting, and I can't see everything that's beside or behind me, obviously, but it looked like it was full.
Yeah, it did,
And
definitely.
it holds 40.
Yes.
You don't know, mate? Nah, so just say you don't know, and we can move on.
Yeah, we can move
Yeah,
on.
Dogs. It's a great game. Both sides will be playing in the point end of the season.
What about the Kane and the Bevo? What do we think? I like it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I've got no issue with it. I think it's been
Just playing out of
it's been beat up a little bit. I'm not. I heard Gary and Tim talking about it this morning on SEN, saying I'm not sure what Kane expected. What he'd be like, come up, and embrace, dap it up, and get a bit of a hug. Can't imagine.
No.
Rui was in behind. I reckon the
You
most.
can see him going, Kane.
Kane, come on, Kane.
Should we call him?
Call Schneids.
I actually need to call Schneids. I saw Schneids on the weekend.
Did you? The big
Yes.
snit?
I saw him. Actually, we'll call him later. I told him we'll call him. Anyway, moving on. Dogs good, cats good, but dogs I reckon will be better later in the year.
Yep.
So
Well surmised.
watch this space. Essendon versus Richmond. How good was
76
Clarkey?
Big Clarkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fantastic, mate, on debut. I was pretty proud of the kid, the woodcutter from Tantanoola. Or he'd rather be called the farmer from Tantanoola, but
Nothing wrong with cutting wood.
nah, mate, and he did it to help support his family in terms of getting from Tantanoola all the way to Glenelg for training every week.
So he's on
And
the border there, SA. And
it's 40 minutes. Well, Mount Gambier is the closest part to where he's, and then they're just out of town.
Brad Close territory.
Well, I suppose
He's Mount Gambier.
He's Mount Gambier. Yeah.
Now, if you've ever been to Mount Gambier, there's got a big sinkhole there. You ever been there?
I have been to Mount Gambier.
What's
but I
his
haven't been
local?
to the
What's
sinkhole.
Clarkie's
Blue Lake
local
as well.
club?
He was East. I
East
think.
Gambia,
I think.
because Tantanoola is that close one on the way in.
The Tantanoola was not big enough for a footy team, I don't think. So, he played really well. I was wrapped for him. I was there live, which was nice, and inserted myself into the committee room.
I'm
That's
sure
where I
you
was sitting
did.
with Ariane Titmus. And
So there was because it was the Tigers, but Clarkie was playing. How were you feeling? About the
I
whole
was sitting
shit
there,
match?
and when he took that first mark, I was yes! And
you're
everyone's looked around like, what the hell are you doing, mate?
Yeah.
These Bombers. I was
Because you
like,
used to play for Richmond.
that's my boy. I did. I was born number 3. Yeah. 243 games.
Did you ever captain Richmond?
A couple
Surely.
of times. Yeah.
For a few seasons.
No. It's
Just
just
like
fill in
when Newey was
when Newey or Kochi
had a
were
sore toe.
yeah
Koch was doing
rested.
some stuff with his socks.
Was it? Oh, the Posy socks.
Yeah.
yeah.
Some
Shout
good
out.
socks. Hey, Clarkie, great game.
Yeah.
4th best, 6th best, number 17.
Goldie.
Big Goldie.
Yeah, boy.
Did you get the numbers
I
on the
haven't
back?
got it yet. I haven't got it yet. I'll have to get there this
Give it
week.
iron and on
If
or
they could
stitch-
send me
stitch
one
it on.
out, it would be amazing. I'd love maybe like an actual player issue signed
Yeah.
by him.
Yeah.
If we're okay with that.
Well, it wasn't a great spectacle, this game. If
No,
I'm
it
being
wasn't. Let's
completely
be honest. Yeah.
It was a tough watch, but
Waller out for 6 weeks. as
yeah,
well for the
that
Tigers.
hurts. Both sides actually a lot of injuries, so they've already named a couple of players. Zach Johnson's going to make his debut for Essendon this week.
Zach Johnson apparently is a Northern Knight.
He is an ordinary.
And he's an Ivanhoe Grammar boy, apparently. Someone DM'd us.
Yeah, he plays. He's good friends with Bol.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, not
That's-
relevant to the show, but
Yeah.
Bowl's birthday,
just for context
Yeah.
for everyone out there, Bowl is one of Mac's mates.
yeah,
He's never been brought up on the show, but
Not
everyone now
relevant,
knows
sorry.
who Bowl is.
that's sorry. That's
Yeah,
boring.
Heidelberg's bowl plays his footy.
Plays
does,
Heidelberg.
yeah.
Has he
He's
made
from-
his way into the seniors yet?
I think he was knocking on the door last
Knocking
year.
on the
he's
door.
not gonna- He's from. He's
It's
also
Bowl.
from Swan
Hill.
Swan Hill as well.
It's a
If for
country
anyone
town.
out there who wants to know, great guy though, Bowl. He comes down to AFL Club too.
I'm wondering why Tim Torano wasn't the best players for Richmond. He's had 23 and kicked 2.
Archie Roberts had 34, didn't get in the best for the
Ooh,
Bombers.
34. He coming.
Bit of corruption. Is Luke
Oh,
Webster
they
there?
are
Is
corrupt,
he?
aren't they?
They are so corrupt. Torrent kicked like probably the best goal of his
Don't tell me
career
Josh
as well.
Fraser's working there doing the best at Richmond and Essendon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have we
Anyway.
talked enough about that for that to be kind of
Nah.
commonly known?
Yeah. Me being in the best and my two VFL coaches were corrupt. Luke Webster and Josh Fraser.
Because they didn't want
Anyway.
to put you in the seniors.
They never they didn't want me to go in the seniors, so
Yeah.
they didn't put me in the best.
Yeah. Anyway. You just get a kick, mate.
Hey, Brett, how's your training going?
Should
for
we
the
actually
Carlton
call Josh Fraser one day and ask him?
Nah.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, when Brett's in a better mood, okay.
Yeah.
Carlton Giants. We all tipped the Giants. As we know, I went in the guard of honour there,
Yeah.
as we mentioned already. I went and high-fived a few of the boys coming out.
Yep. Ran into Schwegs.
Do you know the funniest part about that video that I didn't even notice? If you saw it online, I see Chook, I'm with him,
Yep.
and then I see Schwags, but in the middle, Steve Cornelio's come up to say g'day, and I've just gone straight past him to Schwags, and I just haven't even seen
You
Cogs. I felt terrible.
One of the nicest humans.
Best
Cogsy.
bloke in the world, but I
Yeah.
just had to beeline for Schwags.
Yeah.
He shit himself when he saw me. So yeah, it was good to see Schwagsy, and he did piss himself when he saw me. But
How good was Tub? Geez, he was good.
Tub was good.
In his 250th.
Yeah, he was
But
good.
I didn't see much of this game because also very interested in the hide and seek situation if anyone stayed from first game to second game.
Yeah.
Did we get any
didn't.
correspondence about that? No. Zero.
Mackie didn't try and do it.
I was playing.
Oh, that's right.
But where did he play? So 28 and 3 goals. Sorry.
He started in the guts. So milestone game starts in the guts.
27 and 3-3.
Yeah, crazy. Was just instrumental really in the game, and it was an interesting game. Like Carlton, Carlton.
Okay.
Sam Doherty played well, Dill.
He did. So
This
he's been
is,
back in for a while. Because he's been out, hasn't he? In emergency.
Obviously, didn't do the game either.
Let's just let him run because he was there live. So let's just see
and
where he goes.
Yeah,
with
good
this
call.
and
Good call.
Carlton, not very good. Giants good.
Great analysis.
Goodish. They bounced back a bit.
Love Riccardi's game. 3 goals from the wing.
With the glove.
I didn't see,
Saw him down the rooms actually. He goes, how's Mick? I said, yeah, good, mate. I said, mate, how's your hand? He said, I just had a bit of a break in the hand. It's all good though, mate. I said, good to hear.
Awesome. What else happened in the game? Why are Carlton going so poorly?
I don't know, mate.
Who
Culture.
else you see down the road?
Culture.
Culture. From when you rip the heart and soul out of an organisation 8 years ago, it's going to take a long time for them to.
No Fraser, no Webster,
Yeah.
no Buckley. Look down the
Yeah.
lens and
Yeah.
go
No Blaine Boakhurst. No
Boots, mate.
Wade Toomey.
Nicholas Graham.
Nicholas Graham.
Yeah.
Look, the Carlton thing, honestly, just fucking shut up. Just get it done. You know, I'm just fucking tired. Tired of it. Same shit every week. Fucking hell. I'm over
So there's
it.
calls now for him to trade Sammy Walsh. What are your thoughts on
I
that?
don't trade Sam Walsh. Do you know the one that's... look, I'll go out on a little bit of a limb here and say something that I actually do think is a bit of a weird one in hindsight. Is I look at what Matt Kennedy's doing at the Dogs.
Yep.
Sort of hurts a bit.
Yeah.
Getting rid of him. Mm-hmm. And you would know this better than I, but for what maybe he was commanding under contract at Carlton,
Yeah.
let's say is X,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But then you look at someone like Chera, who I really like, but is probably on 3 times more. And Kennedy, I think, can have more impact around the ground.
Yeah.
And I go, why wouldn't you have kept Kennedy,
Yeah.
brought someone else in, and traded Chera?
Sack Chera.
Not sack him, just trade him.
As you said, hindsight's a beautiful thing.
Hindsight isn't
Yeah,
wonderful.
I think that was a bit of like a flip of a coin sort of thing because we had too many. It was either one or the other, really. We had too
But
many
one's
midfielders.
on 3 times the salary, I'm assuming, or 2 times at least.
Be hard to those long contracts.
No, don't give me this contract shit. Because I was listening to a radio the other day. This is Tom Morris, actually. It was very interesting. He said from 2018 to 2024, just say there's been 100 trades.
Yep.
50 have been uncontracted, 50 have been contracted.
50%,
So it's 1 for 1.
50% of all. I was actually producing that show. 50%.
It's a
No,
good
it's
point.
self-insertion. Yeah, love it.
50% of all trades since 2018 have been contracted players.
How good's that? Very interesting.
It is interesting.
So when you laugh at Tilthorpe going to North last year, because you had that attitude, that's why it didn't happen. Because it actually does happen.
That's on you, Mick.
It does
That
happen.
is, it's fuck.
Brett, you were contracted?
I was. That was 2016.
I
though,
wasn't.
prior to
So
the
there you go,
numbers.
50-50. I
didn't
was
get
actually
traded,
delisted. Yeah.
I actually really, when I got delisted, I was really hopeful to get traded.
Yeah,
It's like,
same.
It's like, oh, how cool we're getting traded, being in demand. And then clubs are like,
We'll just pick you up as a free
yeah,
agent.
Yeah, just let them sack you and then we get you for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember Reece Palmer got traded for like pick 170 or something?
Yeah, would you rather get paid traded?
That was
for
in my
pick
trade.
Oh, there you go.
Can you run that?
Good
Get that
insertion,
trade up
good
on the as it plays out.
It was
we
pick
keep going through the
120 or
games.
something like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
So GWS bouncing a little bit, but they had a poor week the week before.
it was a good win for them.
It was a good one. Do you know the thing with the Giants at the moment? Flowers to Kingsley this week. I'm going to give some flowers to him.
Okay.
Because the team that he's coaching at the moment,
Yeah. No, it wasn't my. No, it wasn't my.
no, I was there on this one. This one broke me.
Pick
'cause-
135.
So Carlton has signed Reece Palmer from Greater Western Sydney.
So here
on the
I am going
final
into my
day-
year thinking,
I'll read it.
Yeah.
Of the AFL trade period, Palmer, 27 years old, became a Blue in exchange for pick 135, joining former Giant teammates Caleb Marchbank and Jared Pickett, who also arrived at Carlton on Thursday.
Yeah. We should
So
call.
what-
We should call Chicken.
Reece.
Let's call him. He's in Perth.
There's no way. 6:30? Yeah,
he might.
Chance.
One
of the great voices.
One of the great guys. And he doesn't speak too fondly about his time at Carlton. So he's going to be like 5 a.m. over there, but we'll see what he's doing. Nearly died, Reece. He had a really serious
yeah.
motorbike accident.
Had a
Spleen removed.
Wait till it rings out.
That's all right, mate. Try again.
So-
Let us know next time. He might call us
Had
later.
a 24 hours. He did the throw through the shoe on the harness track. Remember that?
No.
So this week on the Friday night, I think he was out with his mates and at what's it? Gloucester Park.
Gloucester Park.
Yeah, he threw his shoe out when all the horses are running around. And all the
Shouldn't
horse.
be doing that.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't.
No.
And copped a lot of,
Yes.
which probably
Rightfully
deservedly.
so, yes.
And then 24 hours got hit by the car.
I know. Crazy.
And it was just like, wow.
I remember that. He was like so close. I remember getting the message around being like, boys, this is like not looking good. Because it was in COVID too, I think. So maybe like, I don't know.
And Perth didn't really have, WA didn't really have COVID. So.
No, wait, we're boring Brett with
We are.
someone's
Brett's doing
life
that.
story, but we'll move on.
Well, we've done 3 games.
yeah, no, I appreciate that. 3's a good number.
Yeah.
Hawthorn, Brisbane.
We can take a few mulligans on games, remember?
Yeah, we can
The
take
fans
mulligans
love
on
that.
games
Do
if
they?
you want to do that.
Yeah.
You just can't do Collingwood because because Mick hates Collingwood.
Yeah.
Now, I was the only one who tipped Brisbane here, boys. You
Yeah.
two tipped the Hawks.
Yep. And I didn't think the Lions were going that flash, but they took it up to the Hawks. So does that then suggest now that the Hawks aren't going that flash?
Brisbane were on edge. Here's as simple as it is.
Okay.
Brisbane were on edge.
Yep.
Hawks.
I reckon the Hawks are on edge.
No,
They're
Hawks
not
will be
edgy
on
enough.
edge now.
Yeah,
Hawks,
okay, now they're on edge.
little bit of
Edginess.
bath stuff. The
Oh,
Hawks, and
yeah.
now it's like I reckon Sam Mitchell, some of the throwaways to the throws to the camera, the coach's box, banging the wall and whatnot. They're going to be on edge. I reckon mouth guards.
I agree. Do you know there was one part in the press conference I saw of Sam Mitchell? Yeah, I'm doing my research. And it came up with Sam Mitchell saying there was, I think, 8 blokes confirmed maybe linked that didn't have a tackle.
Oh,
Yeah.
But he said it very like, we had 8 blokes that didn't have a tackle. And in my mind, I go, you
mouth
can
guards.
guess one thing that they're going to be doing this week of training.
blast.
And it's
And if I had
just-
10 of them, I'd be like, nah, that's it. I don't need to do
yeah,
this because I know how to tackle.
yeah. It's going to be full on this
Have
week.
you heard that Ross Lyon story of when he goes through
Rui.
the tackles for Big Rui and the boys at St Kilda?
Go again.
Mick, you do it.
So
you-
going through half time.
You do it. You do a great Ross.
Yeah, so it's half
do
time.
do a good Ross.
Yeah, you guys take the piss. Sometimes
No,
I
you
think
do.
you talk
Hey, no, you do.
half time. I don't know who they're playing, but have a look at this. Half time. Tackles. Del Sano, 0. Milne, 0. Dawson, 0.
Lenny, we love Lenny.
Lenny.
You've had 8.
2. Into work. Rewalt, 1. For the fucking year.
Del Sano, no tackles.
Oh, God. He scares me, Ross. He scares me. We'll talk about Ross later.
Do you want
don't
to
worry.
name and shame the Hawks?
Yeah, who are
do
they?
you want me to call him, Ross?
Can you?
No.
Go, name and shame him, Link.
No, I don't want to name and shame them.
I'll do it. Carl Amon, Tom Barris, Josh Battle, CJ, Finn McGuinness, Sis, Josh Ward.
Hang on, sis, is it?
Sis.
Yeah, whoever like that.
Sicily.
And CJ.
Wizard
Shankoff.
and Weedle. There's
Weedle.
Weedle, he's on a Pokemon. He's on a Pokemon.
Sorry, I'm too big on my Pokemon. I always call him Josh Weedle because of Pokemon.
Weedle. Oh,
I'll
sis.
tell you what, those boys will be getting their chest in this week. They'll be getting their chest in this week.
Yeah, and even there's a few ones there, but
If they lay a tackle, but
It gets out and goes to
It
their
gets out.
teammate, then it's an ineffective tackle.
and they don't count it.
Choco used to bring us up and he'd do a whole PDF and the headline would be weak as piss tackles. And then you were just up there. If you had a reach in or a tackle in a cactus, and then at the bottom would just be like, get your tits on them.
he used to have the tackle tough. Tackle tough. That used to be one of his things. Like,
Might have been.
yeah. Anyway, we can cut that out.
Getting Choco on the pod soon, actually.
You want me to call him?
One of the great men.
Yeah,
I've got a
I'm-
lot of
I'm
respect for Choco.
So
Very excited
so
for
much energy. Anyway, Brisbane just starting to.
They're just doing their thing, Brisbane. Let
They've
them,
got a
let
good
them go.
I heard yesterday. We're getting into tradies territory.
Yeah.
They're going to get a top 4 pick or something.
They
From the
are.
academies, are they? Like they've
Like
got
Dan Annable.
a top 3 or 4 talent.
Potentially.
That-
He's been playing reasonably well. They only play 5 games,
Yeah.
the Lions, in the Coates League. But, he's I think he's got the highest average in terms of ranking for
Yeah.
all those
Yeah,
players.
Yeah, there you go.
So Lions get him. Is he a?
Yeah, he's Lions Academy straight there.
There you go.
Yep.
Good on them.
Yep. Where he fits though, that's the thing. It's like how many more mids can you keep bringing in? And it's like, do you make your mind up and say, well, maybe I'll go somewhere else because I might be more of a chance versus just being
Being on a wing or something.
5th or 6th banana and having to wait a couple of years, you know?
Not a bad point there, Brett. All right, let's move on to the North Melbourne Collingwood game.
Yes.
Jeez, I thought you boys were in this for a bit.
We were.
3 quarters.
We were. Yeah. Just kind of fell away.
Forgot to play last. Yeah. Mind you, Collingwood had about 400 players out, but it was still pretty good. Hey, Flowers.
Yeah, who
Because
too?
I know Link's he's ready for it. But Flowers to Ed.
Yeah.
Probably his best
He
game.
played really well.
Best game thus far.
Also, flowers to VFL Lockie, who's now AFL Lockie.
He's AFL Lockie.
He plays well, runs
AFL
hard,
Lockie,
competes.
very hard. I love Lockie.
Did some good stuff. And Ned Long.
Ned Long.
I'm going to...
Jesus.
we embracing the mid? Embrace the mid 3.5 style.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this isn't the game that I am directly involved in, which I try and avoid. But I love stories like Ned Long's.
Yes.
That's like, you know...
It's not a long story though, is it?
No, it is a long story.
It is actually,
It's
yeah.
like, where was he, Hawthorn?
Yep.
Kind of not getting a go.
Yep.
Kind of in behind all the other mids.
Yeah.
You know, too slow, can't kick or something probably. I know that might be the perception. Sometimes sometimes natural footballers, given an opportunity, they can just play.
Yeah.
So
So
there's
do you
the-
reckon he's just talking about himself there a little bit?
Yeah.
Brett, when he's talking about Ned Long, he's
Well,
really
Ned
just
Long.
telling his own story.
Maybe felt like
You can see a fair bit of
I
yourself.
see a
in
little
him.
bit of Ned in the way he was doing his thing.
Ned's he's doing a good stuff there, Ned, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very erect.
He's very erect. His neck and spine are fused.
Yeah.
He's got it's like he's wearing a neck brace. He's very
Stiff.
very stiff.
Yeah.
But what do you think of Ed?
Ed was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that kid from West Coast who
he looks.
was,
He does look. Sorry.
Oh.
Ed does actually look a bit like Chris Mayne in the 16. He actually does look with the blonde hair.
how would Ed-
I thought he was Chris Mayne.
When is
Not-
Matey coming
not
on?
as
Because
going.
he wants to
I
write a
thought
reply.
Ed was Chris Mayne. Is that fair?
3, 4, 5.
I don't think he's going to be wrapped with that.
He's like a young Chris Mayne.
I want to get Rancy to do his impersonation of Chris Mayne. You'd enjoy it. It's funny.
No, played really well. Runs really hard, Ed. And I did notice Link down. Well, I saw on our group chat that he was down interviewing his brother. That must
Yes.
have been the Allan family must have been
the group
bloody
chat must have
proud
been
at
going
home.
off. Yeah.
So
Ben.
Dad actually flew over for the game,
Yeah.
and I was working at the game for one of the broadcast companies.
He working for ABC?
Yeah, I was working for ABC. And I put a request in after the game. I said to the Collingwood media manager, I was like, hey, can we have a chat with Ed Allan? And she's clearly never got that text before. And she was like, oh, yeah, okay. And then in the radio in the rooms, you can get your mic really close to the team's song.
Yeah.
So I was right there and I've made eye contact with him from across. So he's come over to say hi. And he's been intercepted by the media manager. He's been like, oh, the guy over there wants to have a talk to you. And he was like, yeah, okay. And then
And you made out.
we made out. We've lined up all the radio broadcasts, all doing their interviews. And Ed started freaking out. He's like, oh, I've got a team meeting. So they throw down to me in the rooms. And we're like, and we're down with Lincoln Allen, who's in the rooms with one of the Collingwood players. As Ed takes his cans off and fucks off down the hall.
So he's
And I
one
went,
out by
I've
himself.
actually just lost him, but we'll be back to you soon. So he stitched me up.
Had to go in with Fly, did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't even have a team meeting. He just bailed and then he had to come
Got
back.
nervous.
So he
Got
did.
nervous in front of the
Do you know what that
The lights were
reminds me
pretty
of? When you went and spoke to the school.
Yeah.
And you went and spoke about their careers, and then he had a game at like 2 p.m. the next day and bailed on you again.
Didn't you have training or something the next day? That's fun.
That's shit house.
Did you have questions lined up, unlike Mac?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
No, and Link's very good when that sort of stuff.
I
But
would've thought.
on this game as well, I'll tell you what, Bull Zerha's doing some good
He
things
is.
at the moment. He's playing some good footy, taking
Yeah.
some good pack marks, which we love.
I love the ball.
We love what he's doing. I did notice that Tristan Cherry was out there, and one thing happened. So I was just looking at you, Mick. There was something that I've noticed about Cherry because he has a bit of a weird helmet that I've seen. And then I look at my other friend Caleb Daniel, who's
Now, I think we'll look to do this tomorrow.
okay. But can I just precursor it? Can I
Yeah.
tease it?
Yeah.
I'll tease it.
Yeah.
Because it can give people time to think about it.
Yeah.
Caleb Daniel had a helmet very much similar. So I want to just work out what's going on because he's changed his helmet. So let's see. We'll chat to him tomorrow.
Yep. That's great.
Yeah.
Jeez, I've on the edge of my seat for tomorrow. Can't wait to find out about that.
I actually asked.
What a tease.
Are we still going to go with it tomorrow?
I wouldn't have thought. Not after that. Everyone would be like, nah, fuck that.
His microphone. He's foreheading his microphone.
Yeah.
I'm
so
keen to
moving,
hear about it tomorrow.
moving right along. Fremantle versus Port Adelaide.
Mulligan.
Mulligan.
No.
Wet weather. Dockers flex. A couple of good games in a row. For the
last thing on that game.
Oh, you
just
wanna go
quickly
back?
helmets.
No, it's not the helmets. I actually had a good player comparison of like career trajectories,
Ned Long, Michael Bowler.
somewhat similar. Tom Powell, Shane Edwards.
No, don't say it. Do not say it one bit. How have you drawn that comparison?
You're thinking at Shane Edwards at his absolute best. He
No.
took a long time to get there.
I'm thinking of Shane Edwards, the half forward / wingman, and Tom Powell's playing inside mid.
Bit of wing. Bit of half forward.
Moving on.
Go back to the helmet thing.
To pick up the helmet thing, we'll take that one out. Wow. Don't you reckon just like kicking style and stuff though, or not really?
Brett?
Similar body shape?
I reckon I played of the 243 I played at Richmond. Most of them were with Cheddar.
Oh, that's great.
And
You've
never
put
ever,
yourself into that.
never ever have I gone to bed after I played there and been like, oh, Tom Powell plays a fair bit like him.
That's interesting.
Have you gone to bed thinking about
That's
the helmets,
interesting.
though?
Yeah. I don't know what that big bit of padding is. Why they got a visor at the front of their helmet.
Hey, Tristan Sherry was out there.
Yeah.
Moving on. Moving on.
Fremantle Port
Tune
Adelaide.
in, Faffers. This is the pre-content.
This is the stuff you're going to get on the Patreon, guys. More of this.
Should we put the helmet thing behind the paywall?
We are. Yeah. That's all right. Fuck it. That's behind. That's the first bonus content of everyone is going to be exclusive with what's his fucking name? Carl Daniel. There you go. Oh God! All right.
Freo 100 beat Port Adelaide 51. How are Port going, Brett? Not that good.
Not great.
40,000 at Optus Stadium.
All the talk's about the handover right now, though, isn't it?
Murphy Reid kick 4.
Yeah.
He's doing,
That's the second time he's done
Chance
that.
Rising Star.
Cheeky.
Who is the favourite to win that? Ashcroft?
Ashcroft. Harvey
What
Langford,
about
Melbourne.
Langford? Our boy Langford.
Sometimes doing this stuff as a forward.
Stories Langford.
Yeah.
Big youth. Raptors Langford. Loves it.
He's got the forward raptor, does he?
He's got the Ford Raptor.
We're not big on that. We're on the BT 50s.
Well, at BTs, yeah, they're more classy.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They drive well. Fuck me, where are we going with this? George Yards kicked 3. Port Adelaide wines. Alex Pearce got suspended. Anything else?
No.
No, nothing else. I actually am good mates with George Yardies, though.
Call him. Don't call him.
Did he play?
He did. He played well.
Kick 3.
Crows v Eagles.
No, just on that. Sorry, Brett. Brett, we're going to because when we do take mulligans on games, people get angry.
They do.
They get angry. Does Alex Pearce, by the time this goes out, it will not have
ban
been
him for
heard
Does he get
at,
off?
at the tribunal? Does he get off?
To be completely honest with you, mate, I haven't seen the incident. I've only heard
Oh,
people.
right, Longmuir.
I've heard Longmuir talk about it, and
Let's watch it.
Think
Yeah,
he's-
let's watch it.
He said he's got a play on the ball. Is it similar to the Callum Mills one?
I haven't seen the Callum Mills one. That.
The Pierce one actually isn't that bad at all. Like if he wasn't, what do we call it, head and ass, then he'd be fine.
My thoughts before as we get it up here to watch was Big Moose doesn't brace like a lot of the problems at the moment. Players are getting rubbed out because at the moment of truth when the contact happens, natural instinct is to brace. I think Alex actually makes eye contact or awareness of what is happening with Burn Jones, and then actually kind of makes himself more flimsy to try and not brace.
It says like stay loose.
So he stays
Stay loose.
loose.
Have you ever seen the movie Due Date? Due Date with Zach Galifianakis?
Probably.
And the guy from Iron Man, what's his name?
No,
Oh, yeah, I've seen that movie.
Jason.
no.
Downey Jr.
Robert
Is it
Downey
they're on
Jr.
like a road trip or
They're
something?
on a road trip with Zach Galifianakis, and what he does is they fall
I
off.
don't think that's how you say his name, is it?
Galifianakis, yeah. And they're in a car, and they fall off a bridge, and he breaks every bone in his body, and then the other guy doesn't because he said you got to stay loose.
So that's kind of like what Alex Pearce did here.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Where's the other angle? Because there it looks like it should be 6.
Yeah, that doesn't look great.
Okay, this is
go.
the angle where I reckon he starts to feel the contact and loosens. Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm a bit with Longmuir on that one, to be honest. Because he's looking like,
He's looking at the ball.
yeah.
The thing is, if he's not a head contact, that's just play on.
Go back to that other angle just one more time, sorry.
Middle one.
The one where, front on. The
When did we
they're going
join
for a
the
different
match
angle.
review panel?
Eyes on ball. I don't think his eyes deviate off ball at all. He doesn't clench or brace. So who knows? She's a bloody Chook's lottery in there, isn't it, Neil?
I'm more confused after watching it. Just quickly, Mick, can you go back and say something positive about Collingwood? Because I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I did the Ned Long thing. I did
Ned Long.
Ed Allan thing. I did.
Can't be bothered going through the
Yeah.
DMs.
I did the thinking about
What about Fly? You like Fly?
Fly's doing some good stuff. He wears the puffer jacket on the bench.
Yeah, he does. Tight pants too.
He does.
He wears very tight
And
pants.
in the modern day, and I'm looking at Link and Mac in particular here, with,
Yeah.
and Brett getting the feedback last week with
Brett,
the tight pants.
Brett does wear the compression pants. Yeah,
I'm
he
with
does.
Brett and
Yeah,
Fly. I'm
yeah.
more of a compression pant man.
Yeah. It's good for recovery. I know that. Not as great for airflow.
So Fly's coaching well. No,
Yeah.
they're very. Credit to them. Had a lot of key personnel out, and their system.
What are you doing there, mate?
It's giving it a scratch.
My jocks were a bit. Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard Brett laugh all day.
Adelaide versus West Coast.
At Adelaide Oval.
Siebes. quickly. Just quickly. Rochelle 5, Tilthorpe 2. Moving on.
Jordan Dawson's a star.
Dawson's very good.
Is he at top of the coaches' votes? I think he would be, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Brett,
Cherry
flowers
Wells.
for you, actually. You said, when we did the preview of this game, you said your summation was Jordan Dawson will keep doing his thing.
Yep.
Adelaide win. And that's what
Flowers,
happened.
Brett.
Flowers, Brett.
Well, you do know a little bit about footy after all these years, but he's a good player.
Yeah.
And they put,
As
you,
my
you
God,
know
as a good
that,
player.
you know there's a good performance when they put 7 players in the best.
Yeah,
Like
well-
genuinely, like some teams have won here and they've only put 5 in the best. Like Collingwood.
Dawson, Rochelle, Rankin,
Well, let's look at that
O'Brien,
one.
Tilthorpe, Laird, and Berry.
I don't buy into the AFL fantasy too much, but when you go down the page of this game, Jack Graham's the highest rated West Coast Eagle at 75, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Share the
There's
load,
23
Brett.
players in the
9,
team.
10,
Share the load.
11 Crows players before him.
So but West Coast are playing. Remember when Richmond were, you weren't there when they were good.
That is a bit rude.
That was.
No, you know when they
that was-
became good in 2017. When do you remember? No, you would.
You're a fuck. You're in Nathan Brown territory.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I spoke about that. Yeah.
They're playing Richmond.
Well, that's what we were talking about,
Sorry,
Collingwood.
Brett. Sorry,
Okay,
Brett.
yes.
They play. Remember Richmond like in that period. I suppose Dusty used to have the breakout games. So then they had a lot of players just playing honest games, 16 to 20 touches, handball forwards, knock-ons.
Pressure.
It wasn't about the fantasy points.
No.
So
So you
that-
think that's where West Coast are
Well,
at?
that's where
currently?
that's where they're trying
That's
to
where
go.
they're going. That's where they're going.
Yeah,
a lot of
right.
similarities between Pete.
Maybe we
West
should.
Coast.
Let's ring in the AFL app and see if we can get knock-ons into this and pressure points.
Speaking of knock-ons, Friday knock-offs, something that actually came up in my feed last night. I was on my LinkedIn account and I was looking through just updating a few bits and pieces, ending a couple of and starting a few ventures. And I looked at my Friday knock-offs, which said, 2 years I was doing that show, which was a great time of my life.
Yep.
And you sort of put in your experience.
Yep.
And
So
I had
some
a-
of your guests. Run through some of the names.
Yes. Oh, Matt Preston, we had on there once. Matt Preston, Dave Hughes. Yeah, Hughes, he loses it. Remember him?
Yeah.
Hilarious. And anyway,
Who else?
I just can't remember. There's a few. Anyway, 2 years worth. I tried not to think about it. Hurts too much.
Did you get Brett on?
Nah.
Nah,
Brett went on with the new host.
that's fucking bullshit. Anyway, so I'm on there, right? And you put a link in your experience and it has like a photo of you being like, here I am. It was the link to Friday Knockoffs on the AFL website. I go on there in my experience and it's the link is a big photo of Matt Richardson now.
Yeah.
So I've been promoting Matt Richardson's show on my LinkedIn profile,
Yeah.
so I fucking
You're
deleted it.
selfless, mate, you are.
Which we still don't know if it is in existence Friday night.
Can we call him one next on maybe tomorrow?
Yeah.
And
He
ask
said
him
he'd
it.
actually come on.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Get him in.
Probably don't have time for
Well-
the helmet discussion.
Oh, yeah.
Max back.
And the good one, Mac. You remember all that one?
That was really good.
And I think we've got a good chance to get him on because the show we don't record on a Friday. When
When the knockoffs are on.
yeah,
Good
Yeah.
point. But there are just a lot of meetings in the week to head
Yeah.
up for that show, just so
Yeah.
you know. It's not just
Yeah.
you rock up on a Friday and knock off. And mate, it's
Yeah.
fucking very hard to do.
you've got to actually clock on.
You got to
be
clock
able
on.
to knock
Yeah.
off.
Moving on. Friday, Melbourne, Sydney at the MCG. Now,
Cosy
this was
Pickett.
actually a very good game. Cosy Pickett.
Flowers.
I'll go first. Good
Okay.
player.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
He's
Did
got
you-
like-
I saw a stat last night that there's been 4 players that have had 5 goals and 20 plus disposals. Jesse Hogan did it once.
Jezza?
Nah, Sam Darcy.
Sam Darcy did it another time, and then the other,
The other 2 players are the same player.
well, the same player, Cosy Pickett, done it twice.
Deal.
That's not including the NEFL, is it? Because I think I had 5 and 20 on Toby Pink.
Did you?
Yeah.
You keep telling us 4, wasn't it?
I think it's 5 now. Gets more and more. But that's very impressive by him. Geez, if you're Melbourne,
Yeah, you're not letting him go, are
No,
you?
you're going to want to keep him.
Are they back the D's?
They're playing some good footy.
I'll tell you what, I know a lot of Demon supporters in and around school and my
They're
basketball
excited, are
team that love the D's, and I think they're back.
Look, they just
Big
got to start.
Guesty thinks they're back.
Guesty, does he get to the games, Guesty, or is he too busy making smoothies on the weekend? What's
No,
he?
I think he's got people that make smoothies for him. But
Yeah, that's very true. But does he get to the games with his charcuterie board, or does he support him?
no, he goes. Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Mad D.
Good on you, Guesty. Good man, Guesty.
Sent me a hate message over the weekend.
Guess he did. Oh, about your shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That is fair.
So Pickett coming back in the side because he missed the first couple of weeks. Since he's been back, they've been up and going. Did you miss the first 3? 2.
I think it's
Dunno.
3.
So since he's been back, that means they would be 5-2. So direct correlation. They're getting their game going. Oliver kind of doing some good things in there. Petrarca's playing well, so they're good players starting to play well.
He's 5-3 with Pickett this year.
Yeah. Rivers did the role on Heaney.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when Jack Viney comes back, where does Rivers play?
Oh, he'll be back on the halfback.
Well,
line, wouldn't he?
just let me get
Ask Brad Green.
up.
Yeah. Let's get Brad Green up there.
AGM.
Yeah. He finds out. I used to watch a footy show, and Rivers just waits for Brad Green's tweets and just to see where he's playing on the weekend.
Yeah.
Greeny just chucks it on Twitter.
Yeah.
He just said, Rivers, Viney's back, Rivers on the halfback flank.
Yeah. Well, I like his addition in there. I think he gives him something a
I
little
love
bit different.
Rivers. I think he's a very good player.
Big calves. Real big calves.
Massive calves. Got a calf sleeve too. The thing about Melbourne, I was just thinking,
Yeah, what were you thinking?
is Max Gawn
Yeah. Good player.
probably the best ruckman of all time?
Yep.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, hands down now, really. How much longer has he got?
I think he's still got another 2 years.
2 years, yeah, so he can say, okay, that's good.
He was on 200
I'm not-
plus, I think, last night, wasn't he?
In the mic.
He was on 200 plus, I think, last
Was he
night, wasn't
really?
he? I think so.
That's amazing. Good on him. Oh, listen to that.
Was Chom there last night?
Don't know. I've no idea,
cares?
probably.
It's Chom, mate. He's probably in the Herald Sun doing confidential.
what's that about?
Confidential with his missus or something. That
shouldn't laugh.
was great.
No,
He's a player of yours.
that's true.
Chom.
Hats off to him. Flowers almost.
Genuine question for that. Was I missing something there? Like, why was
With
that?
what?
Why was that in the paper?
Yeah.
Mate, he's got a new love interest.
Well,
It's fantastic.
So would like probably 100
So do
AFL
you.
players this year. Yeah. Why am I not in the
Well,
Herald Sun?
he's one of the most informed centre half backs in the comp.
But like a lot of AFL players get in new relationships and that wouldn't be. In
Well,
the
he-
Herald Sun.
he-
What
he-
was-
also-
He's committed to this one via the paper.
And he also apparently did contact them about getting in the paper and
not-
taking a
Don't say
photo.
that.
He did, and that's why he
don't
did
say
it.
that because that's not true.
That's from your perspective. Now there are different.
Dill's got insiders.
I've got insiders. I did speak to the Herald Sun.
Should we ring Nick Butler to get a 5 minute summation?
Oh, because it won't be
definitely not.
5 minutes.
No, I've
It'll
got to
be
get
fucking
going.
15 minutes. But yeah, we'll
have
speak
a
to Tom.
coffee
I'm
after
pretty.
this?
Yeah, we will.
Stories
You and I will.
Butler.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
What about this game to round out the?
Oh, Ross and
Ross
Dimmer.
did the thing.
Wait, do I have to separate you two? Oh, I love Dimmer. Oh, I love Ross. Hey?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Get in
mate.
between you
Jump,
two.
Get in between us, mate.
Oh,
Jeez, watch us go.
wow. Be careful, you two. What do you think?
What are you doing, mate?
Sign on the car.
Yeah,
What have you got positive
today.
to say about Ross after that?
No, he fucked up there, Ross.
To
He
be
fucked
honest,
up there, Ross.
No, he didn't fuck up. He's taking the piss a bit, and the way it was said, like,
Not funny, Ross.
damned if you do, damned if
He's
you
just
don't.
being funny.
Yeah, he was
He's
just
being
having a
silly.
bit of a.
Well, the
lull.
Suns haven't seen it that way. They're not laughing.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think they were laughing up there.
No.
Oh, you hate the Suns. He
Yeah,
hates the
that's-
Suns.
that's
That's
why.
it. He hates the
Nah,
Suns.
I'm all-
You know,
I'm-
Stewie Jew's not there anymore, mate. He's at Brisbane now.
I've got nothing wrong with Stewie Jew either.
You hate Stewie Jew.
I love the Suns because I used to play there and had a great couple of years of my life up
Hate
there.
the Suns and you hate Stewie Jew.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And Sam
That-
Day plays baseball.
Sam Day does play baseball. He's up on the diamond, up on the mound. Sorry. No, I genuinely don't think Ross was being.
You think he was
Overly
just being
serious.
serious? Do you think he was,
You don't
being,
think he was being condescending?
cheeky? You think he was being cheeky? Cheeky, Ross.
Silly.
He's being
being
silly,
silly.
Ross. Silly, cheeky, Ross.
Silly cheeky.
Yeah, okay.
And Dimmer?
Dimmer, what do you think?
Well, Dimmer was always going to fire shots back, wasn't he?
Should we call him?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to Goldie tomorrow. I'll
Yeah.
ask him. I'll see
How
if I
long
can
are you
catch up.
staying to the Goldie for?
Just the day.
Are you?
Up and back.
Oh, that sucks.
Why? Are you going up?
Nah, just like when I get on a plane, I like to head down somewhere else for the night.
Yeah, I'm going up
I've got
to,
3 kids.
the
I'm not
Gold
sure if
Coast,
Yeah.
do the half marathon as well.
How long are you staying up there for?
Probably 2 nights, I reckon. One before, one after.
When are you going to that?
It's July 6th.
Can't come.
No, sorry,
Yeah.
mate.
Want to go to Wet and Wild?
And this game was a little bit of a dull one, 80 to 61, 13.5 thou at Marvel. It is a tough slot. Like people throwing stones.
13,000.
The Saints about 13,000, but you put them at 440 on a Sunday
It's not where I want to go. On
against
Sunday.
the out of town side, which I love.
You feed your dog? She's looking a bit skinny.
She's fed well. She's very fit.
She's not like Boris, that's for sure. Mum gave me an update on Boris last night.
How is he?
Upset. He's whinging a lot. She's ready to...
No.
Take me to the farm.
He's whinging. You know why
Yeah,
he's
he needs to go to the
whinging?
farm. Yeah.
He goes, dogs there, stop hitting the posts and then get him.
Potentially, maybe, Brett, this is your chance. If it is getting towards, this comes to the point in everyone's life.
take
If it's
some
getting
flowers up
towards
there.
the end. No. I'm thinking it's time for you to be the man.
What is she doing? Trying to jump?
Look
on
at me!
That was dramatic as
in
fuck.
fairness, she thought that was leg, not gene.
it was me.
Just skin
Finger.
tight gene.
Go wash my hands.
That was so dramatic.
Thought it was Buster.
In fairness,
Buster
Brett,
back from the dead.
you should. I think it's time you bring
Boris down.
Boris
Nah,
to
he wouldn't-
Melbourne.
No, he wouldn't make the car
to be
ride.
around the girls.
I'll have to put him in the boot or the tray of the ute.
You never know if you know and try.
Oh,
And if that's the way he goes, that's the way he would have wanted to go.
Hey, did
Yeah.
Boris make an Instagram account over the
yeah,
weekend?
someone made an Instagram account.
I got followed by the
Yeah,
real
so
the
did
real
I.
Boris Delidio.
Yeah. They've spelt Boris wrong, by the way, so you might
Oh
wanna-
yeah, Boris.
I think it was him. He's just
French.
blind, so you missed the keyboard.
BORI''S.
No, it's not. It's just Boris.
Boris.
But right.
Anyway, that was a pretty shit game, so I don't really want to talk about too much. But
Suns are just doing their thing. They're likely to be a
They'll play
top
finals.
fourer.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Sitting third comfortably.
So they get a
They're
top
game
four.
clear.
If they're top four, that means they play a home final at People First Stadium. They've never made the finals. And they're going to get a home final.
that's huge.
There.
Flowers to my boy Nick Coleman as well. Just proud
Hands
of him.
in.
Good Kyber
just-
boy.
Just done his thing, mate. And just a great guy.
Yeah.
One of the great men.
Saw him at Side on Saturday.
Did you? One of the great men.
Yeah. He's
People want to make a list
tough
of
as
all my great
woodpecker
men.
lips.
All season, we're embracing the mid thanks to Carlton Dry 3.5%, the official beer of the AFL. This week,
Yeah.
I am going to actually embrace myself.
Yeah.
Dylan James Buckley.
I thought that my
Insertion.
insertion, my commitment to heading down the highway there to GMHBA
Yep.
Stadium for my
How
close friend and
selfless.
families up there in the box, going down to the room, seeing Brian and Nick Rewalt, Shaun, taking a few photos with some fans, and then to back that up,
Yep.
then to go into Marvel, Blues, Giants,
Insert.
in the Guard of Honour for Toby's 250,
Yeah.
then go down the rooms again, shake hands. It was a big weekend for myself, all whilst being a fantastic father at home, going to
Yeah.
swimming lessons, doing a 12K
Learning
run.
how to swim.
Learning how to swim. I think I deserve
And insert the
some kudos
Yeah, the
and
mid.
some flowers
Yeah.
this week.
Embrace the
and also
Carlton
just
Dry.
embrace me.
So kudos on Strava.
Yes,
Flowers in general.
flowers in general.
Well done, mate.
So I appreciate
Should
that.
we change it? I was just looking at the F. Footy and Friends and Flowers.
FFF, Triple F. Watch your space. Watch this
My
space.
embrace the mid, and I'm going to give a shout out to one of Max Sports Own, and you know I like to insert those boys wherever I can. Angus Clark on
Yeah.
make your debut, kick 3 on the wing.
It's all downhill from there.
No, it's
Well,
not.
I think it was downhill. I think it was downhill from half time. He had 3 at half time. What was he doing in the second half, Brett?
Ralph Smith actually played on him.
Oh, you got the job.
He
Head on a plate.
No,
Head on a plate.
I think, to be honest, I don't know why, but you know how hard it is to play on the wing.
Yeah,
So kick 3 from the wing.
Kick 3 from the wing.
Yeah. You got in with him.
Yeah, he went Ollie Dempsey style, just
Forward.
snuck down. What's it? Ollie Dempsey up to 17 goals or something this year? Or maybe
Ollie
a couple more.
Dempsey's-
18, 19.
On a serious, and this isn't an insertion part here, it sort of is, but I'm not meaning it to be. But when I was down the rooms, I was chatting with Ollie, and he is so
Nice.
Enthusiastic.
Great. Good looking.
full-blooded. He's so strong. Like, he looks very wide, like he is quite wiry.
Yeah.
But just like his body is
He's thick.
Hard.
No, he's quite lean, but he's just very hardened.
Like a skinny version
How
of
did you
Paul Chapman.
see that? Or how did you know that? Did you hug him?
We dabbed up and had a bit of a hug and chatting a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, good mates. But
Good on you, mate.
he almost feels like, you know when you've got like the medal, and they bang it with the hammer, and they just hardening it up the steel.
Do you know? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, a blacksmith. You know, they're making a sword or
It's
a
been
knife
in the-
or something.
it's been in the
they
fire.
put it in the fire, and they put it on, and then they're just banging it.
Yeah.
That reminds me of him.
Yeah, right. So someone's been banging him with a hammer.
Yeah,
And put him in the fire and then bang him with a hammer, right?
Yeah.
just harden him up.
So
That's
you've
interesting.
embraced your mid as yourself. Mm-hmm. You've done
Angus
your,
Clark.
your client.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to get yourself some flowers.
Yeah. And I've gone with Ned Long. I did that during the show
Yep.
for Carlton Dry 3.5. A special mention just to Toddy Goldstein.
Yes, I need to get
Number
that
17.
jumper. I need to get that jumper from Todd.
Real fringe off between you two, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And before we do get some ideas for top 5 nominations,
Yeah, we
for
need top
tomorrow,
fives
we
for
need
tomorrow.
that today.
No, we need that
We need
today,
that
yeah.
ASAP, so
Yeah.
send them through.
because we need to prep. It's like
we
Friday
need-
knockoffs. Doesn't just bloody happen.
I know, because we've got top 5, and don't forget we've got the discussion about the helmets as well. So
So
we've got
top 5 helmet heads. There we go.
Brett, a bit of production there from Brett. Let's do that.
That actually helps with our call to Caleb. 'cause
Yes,
we can
can
prep
help him.
It's a story arc. That's unreal.
That's a story arc, Brett.
Is that what it's called? What the
So
hell's a
are we
story
committing to that?
We're committing to that.
Yeah.
Top 5 helmet heads. Look, because I wore one in under 15s.
So you're not inserted there, no.
Top 5 helmets.
Geez,
So-
there's some good ones straight away. You got to go. Little bloke from Brisbane, Shaun Hart. was it?
Sean
Sean
Hart.
Hart.
I only-
Gee whiz, there's some goodies out there.
Toby Green wore a helmet once, and it was
Nah,
Darcy
it has
Jones.
to be a consistent.
Yeah, consistent.
Darcy Jones is
Consistent
potentially
put
up
the lid
there.
on.
Ben Griffiths wore a helmet.
Hey, why don't we actually do this tomorrow when we're
Yeah.
doing it?
Let's do it tomorrow. As we said,
yeah.
it doesn't happen overnight. Let's have a think about it, and let's go get a coffee, you and I. Well, Brett doesn't his thing. He's got to go do something, and we'll go from there. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. As we always really appreciate. We're signing some cards now as well. So if you order anything on merch, you're going to get a signed card with flowers on it from myself, Brett, Mick, Mac, and Link. All our signatures on there. So we really appreciate it, and make sure you go and check out our Instagram, YouTube, all those things, and check out the Patreon going live on Wednesday night. Can't wait to see you there. Illy XX, love yous.
You.